How is your if we are single by 30, we're getting married, friend doing? With us it was, if we are still single at 65 let's just move in together at least we like each other. We met first year at university and had been close friends ever since. She died of breast cancer at 63. Miss her every day. She told me that 5 years ago. I said, why not just try dating now? We did. We're married now laughing face, why wait? This is actually my time to shine. I met Lisa when I was in high school through a mutual friend. Lisa lived about 4 hours but we kept in touch by writing letters. This was in the 1980s. We met up for a spring break trip at the beach and got along well since we hadn't seen each other in several years. We both went to different colleges and dated on and off some during our college years. After college we dated, then she went to Germany for 3 years. We'd see each other casually when she'd come home but nothing serious. When she came back home from Germany we started seeing each other again. We made a pact that if we were not married by 30 we'd get married. We drifted apart a bit at 29 years old and we were both dating other people. She ended up marrying the person she was dating and I ended up marrying the person I was dating. We both went to each other's weddings with our respective SOs. We'd meet as couples and go to dinner sometimes and once vacationed together for a long weekend. Our kids went to the same school for a while, too. Then we lost touch for about 5 years, until one day I ran into Lisa at a local Starbucks. I heard someone call my name and it was Lisa. We hugged and caught up for a while. I then asked her how her husband was doing and she said they split up about a year ago. She asked about my wife and I told her we split about 10 months ago. We looked at each other and I asked her if she'd meet me for coffee the next day and she immediately said yes. We dated for several years and got married in December 2021. That's a lot to happen in Lisa's 4-hour lifespan. She's been living a wild life. We made the pact at 22, she got married by 24, divorced by 25, new relationship and got pregnant at 26, married at 28 and divorced at 30. In that time she dropped out of college, went back to college, completed her associates, got nailed for a few drug charges and is currently fighting for custody of her kid with the dad. So when's the wedding? Right after the next divorce. I'm marrying him in November. Well, marrying him to another woman. I'm their officiant laughing face. This actually did happen for a friend of mine and his wife. But it was more of a conversation along the lines of, hey, remember that pact we made when we were 18 about getting married at 30 if we were both single? Well, we are now 30 and single. Did you want to give dating a shot? 5 years later and they are now happily married. I have no idea why they didn't give dating a shot years before, but that's none of my business. His wife has banned him from speaking to me. I've made that pact with so many people that I hope no one comes to make claims when I turn 30. So about our pact. Aw fuck, I knew this day was coming. We both got married before 30 to other people. She married a cool dude and had 4 kids. They had a beautiful family and so do I. I was genuinely happy for her and glad we didn't end up with each other. She died of cancer a few years ago when her youngest kid was still in elementary school. My heart breaks for her and her family. I feel closer to them than they realize because I knew her since middle school. I think of them often and hope they are finding peace and happiness in this crazy life. He's unhappily married to someone else. Spends all his time gardening now. Lol. It's very nice. He even has an Instagram dedicated to it. He's my soon-to-be ex-husband, lol. She's married to my good friend. But things are rocky. I just got divorced so maybe we'll revisit this in our 40s. Just kidding. Edit. Thanks for the love. I actually just saw my good friend last week. That's when he shared they had discussed the D word and that he cheated on her once. I said if he wanted to keep her, don't ever tell her about that and don't do it again. Also, he may want to cut down on drinking. She's also a good friend of mine so I know that's one of her gripes. I really don't want them to split because I'm so proud of them. They are former heroin addicts that successfully kicked addiction and they have 2 kids. Unless I kissed her this morning when I was leaving for work. We get married in 3 days. No joke, made the pact. Reconnected in person after a few years on my 31st birthday, which is 3 days before her 30th. We went out for a date and we haven't spent a night apart since. And in 3 days we say the OL I do's. Edit. Obligatory. Wow, this blew up. Thank you all for the kind words and the awards. I'm going to show my fiancé this later after work, she'll love it. Wedding is in 2 days. August 18. I married her sister. I never wanted to marry her, she was my friend and she thought of the "if we aren't married by 30" thing. Heartbreaker, she can never forget lol. Same here, except I was the younger sister who married the friend. I heard about their pact and told him, I'll do you one better. Happy ending. My sister and her husband tied the knot just a month after us. Edit updated the original post to clarify and avoid further momentary shock, horror. Original. Happy ending. My sister and I got married within a month of each other. To different men, just to be clear. Good to know that you didn't marry your sister. Not me, but I have a former coworker that made that pact with his senior high school prom date. Lost touch for 7 or so years. Reconnected at the 10-year high school reunion. Got married 2 years later. Now 2 kids with a third on the way and very happy. It was cool to watch the majority of that story go down. She's a single mom now, so I'm getting ready to strap my stepdad boots on here shortly. He's in San Diego, living his best gay life.